What have you seen from the defensive line so far this spring?
We're definitely a very young group. Myself and Vernell are the only seniors, and so we're improving a lot. We definitely have a lot of talent. And we got a lot of hard workers. Just got to keep improving every day, being consistent. I think we're going to get there.
How are you doing health-wise?
I'm doing fine. I'm not doing really any rehab anymore. More back in the weight room, and so I'll be good to go. I'm getting my strength back, and so I'm not really too worried about it.
How active are you during practices? I mean, what can you do?
I do drills in an individual. I run around whenever we do that stuff, and I don't do any team contact reps pretty much. I do everything else besides that. So.
The offense is supposed to be, very good this year. We've all heard that the question is about the defense. What are your thoughts on that?
Like I said, our defense is definitely a young group, but we're definitely talented. The offense, they're run by Tom Manning, and I love the guy. He's an excellent coach, so I'm not worried about how the offense is going to do it all. I think we'll get the job done.
But what about the defense? Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think we'll be great. We have a great coaching staff, and as long as we keep improving every day, I think we got a lot more focused guys than we did last year. I think, and we'll definitely have some more depth. I think, but I'm not too worried. I think we're trending up, and I think we'll be ready to go by you and I.
What was your first impression of Matt Leo?
He's a big guy. Big guy. Hasn't played football a lot, but he's got a lot of raw talent. So I think he'll definitely have a great shot. He'll definitely play next year. Just gotta get him there.
Is that the big thing with you guys, that you are young, but you've got depth with guys like him and Lima and some of those freshmen that, like Jamal Johnson, that you got the pieces there?
Yeah, I think we do. Just not a ton of experience, but I don't think that's the worst thing not to have. We got a lot of hungry guys who just want to be great and want to improve, and so I definitely have my work cut out for me coming back in the fall. I gotta show that I can play again, and so I definitely think we'll be good with these young guys.
What have you seen from Ray?
Ray, strong guy, very strong. He plays through the whistle. He helps us to the ball. I think he'll be a great player. Great inside presence for us next year.
It sounds like he's picked up everything pretty quickly. Have you seen that?
He's definitely a smart guy. He cares a lot about his performance and how he does in the field. He's like everybody else. What do you mean? We just got to improve every day, keep going, and I think we'll be a good group.
What's it mean to you to wear 58 this season?
It's the greatest honor I could ever have. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for Coach Bray. I didn't get a lot of looks out of high school, and he's one of the guys that took a shot on me, him and Coach Rhodes. And so I owe it all to him, wear his number, and, the biggest honor for me to be in the company of Mitch and Corey, the guys that worked for me, and so I'm going to definitely wear that with a lot of pride and honor him the right way.
Was Coach Bray the lead recruiter on you?
He was. He's the first one who saw me.
You got a good story about him recruiting you?
He didn't really talk a lot. I just went up, I introduced myself, said thanks for coming out. He watched a couple games. And, that was after I committed. Yeah, I forget. That was junior spring ball. He came and saw me. And then I talked to him a bunch. And came up here for an unofficial visit. Great guy. He was always pretty quiet, but very knowledgeable, very very good coach.
Were you guys close?
Yeah, I wasn't not as close as Corey and Mitch. I wasn't up here as long as him. I only played for him for half a year, but I definitely understood what he was about, and I still take some of the teachings he taught me and apply them every day.
How did it come about? How do you guys choose who wears 50? I think in the past I'd heard maybe a vote or the guy before passes them on.
Yeah, it's the guy before. So Corey wore it. Corey gave it to Mitch. Then Mitch gave it to me.
How did that talk go? How did Mitch approach you, or did you approach him? How'd that all?
He just came up to me and asked me if I wanted to wear it. I'm the last guy to know Coach Bray, so I don't know what we're going to do after this year. That's kind of up to his wife's and Corey's idea. You know, I just want to be able to honor him the right way. You know, and really, since he's the one who brought me here, that's how I want to go out. That'd be a good idea.
When did Mitch talk to you about it?
Probably the middle of the season or towards the end, something like that. He said, "Hey, you want to work 58 next year?" I said, "Absolutely." So,
Were you surprised?
was I surprised?
Yeah.
Not really, just because I mean, I'm the only one left who really knew him, so he didn't really know who else to give it to. But still, it's a huge honor. So.
How different does this defensive line look this year than in years past? Like you said, you've been around a while now and seen a lot of different variations of the line. How does this one differ from what it's been in the past?
It's kind of a loaded question. I don't know. I'd have to think
the
about
size.
it.
People talk a lot
The
about
size?
the size.
Okay.
I mean, how does that strike you?
Okay, I mean, for example, I don't think we have like a ton of big guys that we have, but that's never really been a problem. You know, we got a lot. We got a lot more guys who have high motors and run the football. You know, guys like I think of are Carson Lensing, Spencer Benton. Those two guys are both playing, and then Leo, and they are going to definitely play next year. I think if they keep up how they're doing. You know, very impressed with both of them, just how they come out every day, and you know, just I don't think we're going to be right now like an overly big group. So we got to come off with a lot of power and technique and run the football. So,
What do you get from kind of watching instead of being out there? You know, watching team drills and stuff.
I mean, you always get that outside perspective. I don't like watching because I did it all after I got hurt last season. But really, when we go team practice, I'm in the corner doing different lifts and stuff. So I don't watch a ton. I watch on film with them, and we still have a few minor problems. Nothing that can't be fixed. You know, just it comes with a lot of practice and repetition. You know, so really we just need to keep working together as a group, and I think it'll all come together soon enough. So.
All right, JD, thanks.